Story title: The Female Ghost in the Bubble Tea Shop. The story today is called The Female Ghost in the Bubble Tea Shop. If I remember correctly, this happened during my freshman year in college. At that time, I had a lot of free time as college wasn't too demanding. I was looking for part-time jobs and I noticed a new bubble tea shop was about to open, so I signed up to work there. The shop was very small, but the rent was affordable for the owner. It was a great location, especially with a grand opening that attracted a lot of people. The space of the shop was so narrow that the front was only about 2.5 meters wide. The layout had a small counter on the left for the staff to prepare drinks, and if you went further in, there was a small storage room. Next to that, there were shelves for chairs and utensils, and across from it were two restrooms. What was odd was that the men's restroom was normal. Just a small mirror, a white neon light, and a basic setup. However, the women's restroom was different. It was a little larger, and the owner had placed a full-length mirror inside. The light was yellowish, making it feel a bit dimmer compared to the men's restroom. One of my colleagues, who was very sensitive to spiritual matters, was especially wary of places with ghosts. During the opening, everything went well, but one afternoon, something strange happened. I was working the lunch shift with just one other staff member. He was serving drinks while I was in charge of the drink preparation. I couldn't see the restrooms, but those sitting outside the counter could. A customer sat down to wait for her drink and mentioned that she had seen a woman walk from the back door toward the women's restroom. The woman was wearing a gray outfit with small yellow flowers, similar to the colors of bubble tea. I was startled, but it seemed the woman wasn't the only one who had noticed something strange. My colleague was so scared he called the shop owner, but when he explained what had happened, the owner didn't directly acknowledge the presence of a ghost. Instead, the owner said the lady who frequented the restroom didn't like the yellow light, and she was just a spirit passing by. The owner eventually placed a small incense burner in the storage room and started offering prayers to keep things calm. From then on, the employees began to notice strange occurrences in the shop, like the tea always burning if we forgot to offer prayers. Later on, one of the new staff members, a manager, went into the women's restroom one day, only to pass out after seeing a woman standing in front of the mirror. He was so shocked that he collapsed immediately. This manager later confessed that he had seen a ghostly figure dressed in old-fashioned clothes. The more we worked there, the more we realized the presence of this spirit. We were told that a woman had committed suicide in the restroom during the past, and her spirit lingered there. The only way to keep her from causing harm was to regularly offer incense and prayers. I remember the night I left the job. After one of the incense offerings, I returned home to study for an exam. While sitting by my window, I smelled the same incense and paper offerings that we used in the shop. The smell was so strong that it filled the room. Suddenly, I felt something touch my hand, leaving a scar that never healed. I decided to quit the job the very next day. After that, I often went out for late-night coffee with my friends, and one of them, who was particularly sensitive to spiritual matters, had more ghostly encounters that I will share in the next chapter. If you like this story, feel free to comment below.